Hi, thank you. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do Aries year 2022 forecast, general read. Important events is going to happen monthly for the year of 2022 for Aries. For Aries, year snapshot for 2022. Temperance came up. Some patience needed for the year, Aries 2022. Aries 2022. Right. Bottom of the deck, we had the Five of Cups, looking at something with disappointment, not able to see that there is still hope behind, and not everything is lost. And it's time to move forward, leave those unwanted things that does not benefit you behind, and focus on the path ahead. For January, oh my goodness, the Tower. Big bang at the start of the year for Aries. A big bang, the Tower for January. February, Page of Rods, upright. March, the Nine of Rods. April, we have the reverse Ace of Pentacles. May, we have the Eight of Swords. June, the reverse Eight of Rods. July, Two of Cups reverse. August, Eight of Cups. September, we have the Two of Rods. October, Death. November, King of Swords. And December, the Five of Pentacles. And the back of the deck, we have the Five of Cups and upright, So let me put this, and we'll dive in bi-monthly. So right in January itself, we have the Tower. So the Tower, we're starting the year for Aries with a big bang. Something is going to be shaking your world. Mostly come as a surprise, so you better be prepared. To be forewarned is to be, to be prepared. So it'll come as a surprise, but something global is going to happen to you. There's going to be a big change for you that is beyond your control. Your old way of life may be coming to an end, or a release from a situation in which you were stuck. Or an event that forces you to reevaluate your lifestyle or values. It will come as a dramatic surprise, but it's all for the better good. Something unexpected, but will benefit you. Something, a blessing in disguise, a change. Clear away something that you do not need in your life anymore. As I mentioned, at the back of the deck was the Five of Cups. Things that you do not need anymore, clearing away, and starting again in a better position, a better foundation. Because when the foundation of something that built is not stable, nature take its course by clearing away what is not needed and breaking down and rebuilding and restarting again the foundation. So on February, do expect some form of messages in the form of phone call, fax, email, regular mail, old-fashioned conversation, maybe by just conversation, but probably most likely do with a good news. Some good news is coming in, something of best kind, something, maybe a family, something to do with a new baby coming to the family, some grandchild, somebody young, some good news. Or it can be a young good friend that's coming and visiting you, or maybe your grandchild, somebody young. Either that, it could be some message, or it could be you traveling somewhere for a holiday, some foreign land, some adventure, enthusiasm for life, or just a plain good friend. So February looks great. Probably after what had happened on January, some big event, a friend come by, a shoulder to lean on. And on March, it looks like, after what you have been through in January, February, you're more experienced now. You have, this Nine of Wands is, you have bandages, your battle wounds, and you're wiser now. You're more experienced. You know how to keep your life in order. You know how to defend yourself. You know what that protects you and what is not beneficial for you. But you're standing tall, holding on to what you believe, perseverance, stamina, strength, defending yourself. You're well prepared to handle any form of adversity or hostility, and you have the strength and stamina. So there probably in March there is some form of defense that you're building, probably in regards from the January tower and from the news of February. So in March you'll be building your and fighting and holding on to what you believe in. In April, with the reverse Ace of Pentacles, there may be a lack of prosperity, or probably taking the wrong road for a new beginning. As we know that in January you have a tower moment, and on March you're building something in form of defense in respect to what had happened in January. But there may be some form of wrong step or wrong plan for a new beginning. Or maybe the new beginning might not be as prosperous as you think it is or envision. Maybe you need to look at what you're lacking before jumping into a new venture, or maybe before jumping straight into a new beginning after a tower. Just check whether are you really prepared. Are you sure this is the right road or right way? Check your finances, check your security. Is everything all right? Your job, health, home, money, is everything in order? Take caution against greed and being too occupied with money, false sense of security. Comfortable material conditions might not be what you need right now. Take a closer look at your finances. Make sure everything is in order. Examine especially financial management. Make sure everything is in order, especially in investment or things that you want to buy or purchase. So April, take a look at your finances and money. Be wary, be careful, be cautious. So March, April, May. In May we have the Eight of Swords. Here we can see that you feel helpless, rendered helpless, for a lot of fear of probably moving to a new situation or leaving something behind. We don't know what will replace it. This is self-imposed fear. In fact, if you open the bandage, you release your self-imposed chains, you'll find that safety and it's not that far away. The castle of protection is just behind you, and it's a self-bound fear. So restricted action because of indecision. Maybe there is some indecision some action that you need to take, but you're not taking any steps because there'll be indecision, inability to cope with the changes going on around you. Maybe there's a new beginning, but you're not able to cope with the new situation, new surroundings, or that you created your own prison, or that your fears that kept you from attaining your personal goals. You can also represent, deep guilt, a guilt that is unfounded. It can be also you be too weak to fight for rights, continuous worry, stress, vicious cycle, self-imposed restrictions, unable to think clearly. And you probably need good sensible advice in May. So this is what may happen in May. So in June, with reverse 8 of Wands, it looks like, there's something of postponement. A journey is postponing. Your plans are not moving as fast as quickly or as planned as you envision. So there is some postponement due to, some emotions that you may have or some insecurity that you may have. So you might need to take control. If we reflect on in May, with self-imposed fear, then it's very relatively to the reverse 8 of Wands, showing that probably the fear and the emotions that you have is obstructing your plan for a new beginning or a new journey. Sometimes it can be, some conflicts and jealousy may arise, sorry. So stand and observe and see what's going on, rather than jump in and force something to happen, and see what's going on exactly. Or it's time to slow down, like these slow moving wands, and reorganize your goal, because the reverse 8 is, slowing down. If it's upright, then it's a super fast, something super fast is happening, but this is in reverse. So if we see what has happened in the beginning of the year, then it's probably something to do with a new beginning and some fear and emotions that is trapping you from moving ahead as planned. Right, so in July, there's the Two of Cups in reverse. Some partnership or relationship, can be anybody, can be a loved one, can be a best friend, can be a loved one from a family, can be a person. It's upside down, so there'll be imbalance, there'll be disagreements, misunderstanding with a good friend or a loved one may occur. Problem can be solved, but someone has to make the first move. So in July, there'll be some form of emotional issue or problem that will be happening. Communication is important, to balance, and the awareness to balance the emotions between somebody important in your life. There is definitely loss of balance in a close relationship, so try not to be possessive or jealous, either one of you. Try to be more understanding, be more communicative, and sometimes it can also mean a breaking off of a relationship. If someone is involved in a passionate situation, so you need to keep in check. So in July, it's about emotions, love with a loved one. Bear in mind, not necessarily romance, it could be a family, loved ones, or even a best friend. But think about it could be somebody significant in your life. It's a general read, so take what resonates and try to associate with your current scenario. So that's for July. After July, August, there is the 8 of Cups. So there's this in July, something with a loved one, a significant person. And July, we see you walking away from what once was dear and near to you, and in need for a spiritual insight. It seems like you're totally dissatisfied with your present mode of life and want something more, or is the grass greener on the other side? You might abandon the usual present daily routine and to find for something more, like you want something more, so you'll be leaving something behind and moving away towards something. Or probably there's a journey across some water, across some mountains, water, river, something, countryside, something, um, something different. You'll be setting off to seek it somewhere. So it may involve traveling, or it may be involve spiritual, emotional movement. So it can be physical, it can be spiritual. So if in regards to the previous card of Two of Cups in reverse, then it's most likely due to emotional movement. So July, August, September. So September we have the Two of Wands, and this man is carrying the world in his hands, the globe in his hands, looking towards the world, looking at your plans that you already put into all your energy and hard work, and looking forward to the outcome of what you have put into. Maybe you started a business, a project, or you started a new beginning, and you're now waiting for results, and you're looking at it with anticipation, waiting for some form of results. Patience, focus on your intent, setting things in motion, patiently waiting for your rewards. Or it can also represent someone who will help you along the way in this month, and probably a new enterprise grows and develops, and things are starting to move along. It's no more an idea, it's no more just a plan. You already have action, you put things in, and things are moving along, and you'll see how things start to materialize in September. In October, there's Death, another major arcana from the January of the Tower that we have. And it's upright. There is some form of ending, and there's rebirth, renewal, transformation, total change in your life cycle, probably after the big Tower in January and all these small events that happen along the months. Some planning that you have done to go embark on a new journey, a new beginning, and this Death shows a total transformation. You can't live in the past, so because you no longer have any substance. Again, it reflects on the back of cards of the Five of Cups. Is the energy totally represent the entire year for you in a snapshot. So after death, there's a rebirth. It could be an idea, taking off into a new direction. All will be gone and a new will follow. It's a cycle of life and death, and it is life. It's a cycle. It's a constant flow of change. So major transformation will be happening in the month of October. So be prepared for transformation in October. And November. All right, so in November we have the King of Swords. This energy may, it may reflect another person. It could be another person that's mentioning here is the King of Swords, or it can be you. So this person is, fair, honorable, rational, direct, logical. It could be you. After the death or transformation, you become the King of Swords. So you're now very strong-minded, a master of intellectual pursuit, very logical and thoughtful, very conscious and stern, probably after a new transformation. I feel it's more of you after the death card in October. So in November, you're transformed to be the King of Swords. And there's no sex in tarot, so it could be male or female, whoever's watching this. In December, I'd like to highlight a warning. So there may be some form of spiritual loss, impoverishment, could be spiritual loss, could be financial loss, probably loss in connection with community, or you feel lost or abandoned by somebody, or or you may neglect your health or spiritual needs, loss of job or unemployment, or you feel left out in the cold by someone in terms of relationship or in terms of work. So there's a warning for you in December, so pay attention to it. Right, so this is for Aries snapshot for 2022. Do like and subscribe and share. I do appreciate it, so that I can continue with my channel. All right, thank you. Goodbye.